The word conspiracy, if used in a conversation, can edge away people, yet many of us like to discuss what actually goes on in Area 51, where all the aliens are, the Bigfoot, and the list can go on, but the fact is conspiracy theories exist. In the corporate world, major companies we buy products from every day have been found guilty of conspiring to fix prices and reduce competition. Just about any planned criminal act committed by more than one person could be considered a conspiracy, from simple murder for hire to the Watergate break-in. But the world is a massive space and we are surrounded by limitless conspiracies, so here are the 10 biggest of all time. Before we get started though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our next videos. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. The 9/11. The evidence of terrorist attacks strongly suggests that the attacks of September 11, 2001 were indeed the result of a conspiracy. Number 2. The murder of Princess Diana. Within a couple hours of Princess Diana dying in a car crash on August 31, 1997, in a Paris highway tunnel, all kinds of conspiracy theories started to surface. It was like the murder of JF Kennedy. The world was shocked and the news spread like fire on a hayfield, except it was quite unnatural for royalty. They die of old age, political intrigue, or eating too much rich food. They don't get killed by a common drunk driver. One of the conspiracy theories that was promoted by a billionaire, the father Dodi Al-Fayed, Mohammed Al-Fayed, who was killed with Princess Diana. Al-Fayed claims that the accident was in fact an assassination by British intelligence agencies, at the request of the royal family. Al-Fayed's claims were examined and dismissed as baseless by the 2006 inquiry. Number 3. Subliminal advertising. Does it ever occur to you while watching a movie or TV in general, you get the sudden urge to buy something? If so, you've been a victim of subliminal advertising. In the 1980s, concern over subliminal messages through the media increased and spread to brands like Styx and Judas Priest. The Judas Priest band was even sued later in 1990 for causing teen suicides with subliminal messages. Those cases were dismissed, but subliminal mental processes is a real thing and it exists. But just because a person perceives something, a message or advertisement for example, subconsciously means very little by itself. There is no inherent benefit of subliminal advertising over regular advertising, any more than there would be in seeing a flash of a commercial instead of a full 20 seconds. Many believe that the subliminal thinking is fake, and it is just another way of selling books and making up for excuses for sending unhealthy messages to the public. Number 4. Moon landing hoax. At this point, either we believe the human adventures in outer space, or you will call it a waste of tax money. In 1978, a film named Capricorn once showed a landing on Mars. Though a mediocre film, it was an interesting idea and one that would endure for decades. In 2001, Fox Television aired the program Conspiracy Theory: Did We Land on the Moon?, which rehashed many discredited discrepancies between the official version of the moon landing and photographs of the landing. Curiously, they never explained why NASA would distribute photographs that would prove that they had faked the moon landing. Websites such as badastronomy.com have pages and pages of point-by-point detailed refutations of the Fox claims. We have hundreds of pounds of rocks from the moon that were collected from the surface of the moon being studied and confirmed to be extraterrestrial origin must have been a result of space exploration, or there is a moon rock dealer selling them to NASA in a bazaar in Baghdad. Number 5. Paul McCartney's death. According to many stories and conspiracy theories that circulated in the late 1960s, Beatles guitarist Paul McCartney died in 1966. The remaining members of the Beatles, along with their manager and others, conspired to keep McCartney's death a secret, going so far as to hire a look-alike and sound-alike to take his place in the band. This was twisted, even for conspiracy theory standards, but even if this was true, Beatles wanted to let the fans know, while hiding it for example, on the cover of the Abbey Road album, all 4 Beatles are photographed striding across a zebra crossing. But only McCartney is barefoot, and out of step with the other 3. This must mean something, right? Despite public denials by the band, fans couldn't just let it be, and came together to look for more clues. Number 6. John F. Kennedy's assassination. JFK was killed in 1963 in a Dallas motorcade, but who killed Kennedy? Was it Lee Harvey Oswald, who is said to be operating alone and operated alone? But beyond this fact, there is an ocean of theories that fueled the ambition of hundreds of books, articles, and movies, but none of them proved the point of who was the real killer. Was there a second assassin? A group of organized crime mafia? What was the motive behind killing the most loved president of the United States? Number 7. The Roswell Crash Cover-Up. There is one fact that almost all skeptics and believers agree on. Something crashed on a remote ranch outside of Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. The government at first claimed it was some sort of saucer, then retracted the statement and claimed it was really a weather balloon. Yet the best evidence suggests that it was neither a flying saucer nor a weather balloon, but instead a high-altitude, top-secret military balloon dubbed Project Mogul. The description of the crash remains that were first reported by eyewitnesses matched the military balloons, but the facts about crashed alien bodies did not surface until 30 years later. It was not a cover-up for a crashed flying saucer, instead it hit a Cold War-era spying program. Number 8. Protocols of the Elders of Zion. The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion is a hoaxed book that purported to reveal a Jewish conspiracy to achieve world domination. It first appeared in Russia in 1905 and described how Christians' morality, finances, and health would be targeted by a small group of powerful Jews. The idea that there is a Jewish conspiracy is nothing new, of course, and has been repeated by many prominent people, including Henry Ford and Mel Gibson. In 1920, Henry Ford paid to have 500,000 copies of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion published. And in the 1930s, the book was used by the Nazis as justification for its genocide against Jews. In fact, Adolf Hitler preferred the Protocols in his book Mein Kampf. Number 9. Satanic Cults. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, there have been cases reported of child abuse in the form of rituals and torture, and media reported sensational stories that often involved Satanism. The pinnacle was Geraldo Rivera's infamous NBC special Devil Worship: Exposing Satan's Underground, which aired on October 28, 1988. Rivera relied on self-proclaimed Satanism experts, misleading and inaccurate statistics, crimes with only tenuous links to Satanism, and sensationalized media reports, in what was the largest viewership for a documentary in television history. Rivera claimed that an organized satanic conspiracy was at work killing babies, murdering innocents, and conducting ghastly rituals. There is no concrete evidence of the existence of such cults, which only proves the point that they are so well organized that there is no proof for the claims. Number 10. Big Pharma. Almost everyone except the investors hate the pharmaceutical companies, and there has been an ever-going fight of anti-vax moms and doctors or pharmaceutical companies, but there are some things that do not add up. Drugs cost too much, drug company profits are obscene, and it seems that every few months, some drugs once claimed to be safe is yanked off the shelf after patients die. It's little wonder that the drug industry is looked upon with suspicion. But some proponents of alternative medicine believe that drug companies actually conspire to keep people sick to reap profits. People do believe it until they get sick and desperately need the drug to cure themselves. Do you have any theories in mind that can send chills down the spine? Share in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.